This is the back entranceway of the Army, the United States Army here in Moses Lake. The United States Army has containers in the back. You can see the fence line. And then they got a warehouse, a shop in the back. And then they got the Army base in the back. And then they got all this radar equipment and all aviation equipment, radio dispatch, which would be the agencies would be sheriff, state patrol, and also police department, scanners. They got 3 dispatch units right behind it, and also the 3 receiving radar services for weather Doppler. We got gravel pits, some debris, some gravel, some dirt, some shrubs, a fence line, it says United States Army on it. I got, of course, almost looks like a wrecking ball, but got a water line, a well system hooked up to the water line, some existing pipelines that's connected to the water line to the warehouse, to the shop, and of course, this looks like the accessible. These are the systems they have connected to the new, existing, but moving to unpopular series, which is pretty much looks like a pressurized hose. Actually, it's sealed up. Just like the atom bomb, the first atom bomb created. New Mexico, Area 51, and Hanford nuclear site, which is John F. Kennedy. The first nuclear weapon created. Ordinances by John F. Kennedy. The first service, Mr. John F. Kennedy, going to Richland, Washington. He had a speech about how much power in Hanford society, how he's going to turn over the world. There's going to be a new society, a new Air Force campaign, foreign affairs, G10, G20 summit. The world was going to be different. The world was going to change. There was going to be no more nuclear chaos, nuclear threats in any shape, way, or form. But John F. Kennedy 2 months later died, and he was assassinated in Texas. He also went on a campaign on Grand Ronde in 1313 West Grand Ronde in Kennewick, Washington, which is Columbia, not Columbia Center, Simon's Mall, but it was called Columbia Drive. Now Columbia Drive, they have 1313 West Grand Ronde, the Clover Leaf, which is the yacht club, the captain's quarters, and also services they have with the United States Army has this fence line all fenced up, a warehouse in the back. They got a shop in the back and also containers in the back. And then they have services here. So yeah, you got some big mouths on individuals that come out in the society, that come on the Army, off the base, on the base, drive vehicles around. And then they come to Lamb Weston plant. They come to the water follies, the hydroplane races. And then they come out to the Social Security office. And then they come to the police station, and then they come to the sheriff's state patrol office. They go to the Starbucks. And they come to a individual that comes in here. They come in here with an individual with a big mouth, and they're always asking for something, one way or another. There's always somebody in the midst that always starting a confrontation or fight on the influence of alcohol or not on influence of alcohol, and bringing his associates and parties to some kind of situation where they can just start a fight or start a shootout and put their patches and uniforms on, saying they represent this or represent that. And then they get carried off in a conversation, and they don't even know what they're talking about. And then you have states, agencies paying them for nothing they know about. You give them a rig, you give them a vehicle, give them a driver's license, you give them a CDL, and they don't even know what they're talking about. See, there's a bus stop here, and you can walk, you commute, there's no law crossing the street. Definitely there's no law catching the bus. And there's definitely no law at Lamb Weston or Scone and Connor, Washington Potato, or the police station or City Hall in Othello, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Seattle, Tacoma, Spokane. There's no law for taking a bus and paying your fee, your bus fee, paying your bus fee with cash or credit card. And there's definitely, it's no law to get on a bus or cross the street being attacked by officers or wannabe military police or military police wannabe cops. They come on the plant and they come into the armory and they're asking for a bus pass to the community service. They come to the Wash Department of State Patrol Office, police station, City Hall, and they want a bus pass. After the known fact, their car is taken from them. Their house, their wife, their kids are taken from them. Their kids do not have nothing to do with them. Their children, their daughters don't have nothing to do with them. And they sit there and just start confrontation after confrontation. One thing leads after another, you know. Maybe that's why, you know, the real negotiation of services, maybe it sink in. Maybe it'll sink in eventually, huh? Maybe it'll sink in. This is International Airport, Moses Lake. Of course, the service is a pride. There's no law against catching the bus. Especially going to a freighted courthouse, you know. Known for the fact these guys are overweight, so overweight, 100, 200 pounds overweight. They like beating up their wives, raping their siblings and their children to make things end meet. But behind the doors, the real life, the consequences is they still lose their wife, they lose their daughter, their son. In a relationship, they never negotiate. There's no plea bargain. There's a freighted courthouse here, and there's also a GTA bus stop here. City of Othello, Washington, Warden, Washington. There's no law for services that catching a bus. We're going to go to the courtroom and go in front of the judge and give him the all the information so we can have everything downloaded, submitted. And we're going to look in the law books. There's no law waiting for the bus across the street. And especially if you have no warrants, outstanding warrants, and you have no weapons, and you're not a drug addict, you're not influenced with drugs, or passing any kind of information to anybody that is a terrorist, or any kind of regime of gangbang fatalities.
Morning. Thank you.